Alrighty, welcome back. I didn't say that very happy, did I? Because I'm not sure where I'm going sometimes. Not sure where I'm going. What can I say? There's been a lot of thoughts go through my brain on the back of this cab, on the box of this truck. There's been a lot of thoughts. When we left off, I was bewildered. I wanted 2-inch exhaust pipe. I was stoked on 2-inch exhaust pipe, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because I had a couple bends. I found them outside. I got one there and I had another one there. I had a couple bends, and the 2-inch would have been easier for me to bend, to shape. This 2.5, the 2.5 that we have, it's quite a size and it's quite a thickness. But what I have done is, I have used what I have. That's what I've done. I've used what I have. I've taken the 3-inch and I made it work. And the reason I say I made it work is because I think this is what I'm going to go with. I have a 3-inch pipe. I banged it on the floor. I cut it in half. I took the center of the bend, because when you bang it on the floor, sometimes it bends in the center. Well, it bends in the center usually. I cut the piece of 2.5 in the center. So I've got a little shape going this way. Well, hello there, Fina. How you doing? I thought you were out front working. And you was. I heard you. Good. Oh, good day. Good day. Good day. Good day. So this is what I've done. I've used this piece. I cut it in half. And then I had I had a bend going on here. And then what I have here is I'm thinking I want to make a fin on it a little bit. Some reason in my head, I'm thinking Art Deco a little bit. Me and Jolene have been discussing it. She's been throwing a lot of ideas at me, and I have to have that to know where I'm going. I have to have that to know where I'm going. Yesterday we had a lot of ideas going about how we were going to do it. And yesterday was what can I say? Yesterday was a good day because I'm going to put my glasses down. Yesterday was a good day because we had time to stop and reflect and think and go through things that we are thinking. One of the ideas Jolene had is to flop the quarter panel on the inside of the truck, do the exact same thing, flop it over there, flop this over there. It doesn't seem, in reality, it seems like a nice thing to do, but as soon as I flop that over there, the taillight is right there. If I'm going to change the taillights, that'd be fine, and cut the quarter panel off. That would be fine if I'm going to do that. I'm not going to do that, I don't think. But when you flop that over, it takes it out further than the wheel well on the inside. Out further than the wheel well on the inside here. As soon as I start flopping that over, I've got no radius to bend that over unless I cut this back to get it over. In order to do that, I have to flatten this floor out to make panels to fit. In order to cap that off, I'm going to have to make sure I run across the back. And I was asking Jolene, how are we going to transition this roll off into here from the side transition going in? Basically, I'm going to have to cap the back off because we're going to have a box, I guess, of some sort. So it's going to have to be capped off there somewhere, darling. So we probably could. I can do what you ask, but I'd end up cutting this back a little bit so I can get it rolled into the trunk. There's a lot of ideas. There's a lot of ideas what we could do here. But this is what I'm going to go with. This is what I'm going to go with. I think I'm going to go. First, I had it way up here, and then I was going to come in and then have it up here, and then I'd weld a piece of metal down, I'd weld the thing to it, or the metal to it. But as I get looking at it, I want to continue the door off into the side of the body. That's what I want to do. I want to continue this line off into the side of the body. So as I put this on here, we have decided, Jolene has come up with this idea, bring it down. If you want to bring your camera over, sweetheart. Come over on this side. We've branged the exhaust pipe down far enough that I think that we're going to be able to run a piece of metal over to the exhaust pipe there, and then we continue along, rolling this over to here, all the way along. That's what I'm hoping. On the back, right here, it looks funny. I know it does. But I don't want to roll it down like that. I don't want to roll it like that. Reason why I don't roll it down like that? I just think that I don't know. I don't want to roll it down like that. I don't want to. But what I have is what I got going on here is I got the piece of 2.5, and I bent a little piece here, and I've added a little piece here. And I'm going to put it together. What's going to have to happen is is I will put a piece of, what will happen is the quarter panel will go over and hit the exhaust pipe. That gives me one piece here, weld it here, weld it to the exhaust pipe, weld it to the back of the car. Then one piece straight down on the inside to cap it off. As I get back here a little further, I'm going to have to run a piece of metal on here, so when I bring it over, I'm going to have a little bit of a fin. A little bit of a fin. And the fin is, I guess, to show that it has a box on it, or it has a little bit of a fin on it until you get up on it. So I'm hoping that we're going to get Jolene's this part. We're going to get this part all the way along, but in the back, we're going to get a little Art Deco fin, sort of, that you're going to know. All of us, you're going to know there's a box in the back. We have a bike in the back, but that's where we're going, I guess. I'm talking myself through it. It's tiring me out a little bit because there's so many different ways, you know. I could do it the way Jolene wants to do it. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. But I'm feeling that to run a piece of exhaust pipe up here, cap that off all the way along, it seems like an easy thing to do, a basic thing to do. It's giving us our body lines. I'm not going above and giving too much. I'm giving a little bit of a fin. Everybody seems to like the 50-51 a little better, where the quarter panels come back a little further. So I put this little fin on it, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to mock this one, make two of them. I'm going to measure the distance that we're apart here. As we get looking at it, there's so many things that are being said. We make the box wider, whatever. Like, let's get real. This is a car with wheel wells on the inside. The box cannot be any wider, or, well, I suppose I can cut the taillights out of it, but I'm not interested in cutting the taillights out of it to make the box wider. This is not something that we would haul. To be honest with you, you could put a 10-foot drawer on rollers in the whole car, and you could pull it out and you could fill it full, then you could shove it back into the car and have it underneath the floor on a roller system, and you could do that and put the bike on the back. You could do all kinds of things, but let's face it, if I don't come up with a solution of where I'm going and what I'm doing quickly, it becomes monotonous. So this is where I'm going with. I like how the metal can come up to the side of that. We get a little bit of a fin going on there. All I have to do is mock it on this side. I've got a piece cut. I cut this one in half. This one I bent. So now I'm going to make a piece like this, and I've got to bend it a little bit, and I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to take this one off and cut the exact same length. I'm going to bend it, and then I'm going to add the corner. I went outside. I managed to find another corner. It was hard to believe I only had one of those. I didn't go with it at first, and I went out there and hunted. This is what I have, and this is what I'm using. Sometimes, if I go the other way, then I have to buy 2 sheets of metal, 1 sheet of metal. There's 2 sheets of metal in here, one in here and one over there. That's spending money. As I went outside and hunted for this thing, it's not spending money. I'm happier with it. I think it's going to look good, and I'm just going to keep trucking along. That's what I have to do, There's so many ideas that I can't comprehend them all. I'm trying to. I'm just trying to do the quickest and the easiest and the most appealing, I guess, the most appealing. So the most appealing to me is down on. Jolene has one. First we had it up here this morning. Jolene has one with the down lower and cutting the box out. Yes, she has, but she has not one with folding in that way, because old bad Chad is saying no to the fold, just because I think as you look at it here, as you look at that tail light there, that's out further than the wheel well. I'd have to cut my tail light out to, I wouldn't have to, but I'd be in the same boat as if I am putting the bar in. Woo! That was a long one. Long-winded chatty. But anyways, it's kind of, sometimes it's defeating. Like in the brain, when I went in for something to eat last night, it was defeating in the brain because I wasn't set on what I was doing. When I come out the first thing in the morning, I had no idea what I was going for, what I was going to do with it. I did have a little bit of an idea, I guess, with the 2-inch, but I'm glad that didn't work out, because now I am here with the 2.5. and using what I have. And what has happened is not getting the stuff I need has caused a creativity, and I'm going with it. That's basically it, isn't it, baby? Huh? Basically it. Whoop, whoop! I love it. Make it work. And that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it work. So what I've done here, this is the piece I bent. The 2.5 is really hard, and I don't have anything that will bend 2.5. I don't even have, the roller won't bend it. The pipe bender I have won't bend it. Like the most you can get is 2-inch, I think. But we're using what we have. This piece is right there to there. Let's get it here. I put this piece in. And I'm going to make another piece the exact same size. And there's a lot of good ideas out there. Yes, there is. It's just you have to put the ones that in place that work the best and the quickest in my brain. For me to bend this exhaust pipe and make one there go on one side, make one go on the other side, make the metal go to it. That seems so much easier than trying to fold all the metal on the inside. It seems easier. It does. It seems easier. So what I've done here, we got this length here. Cut a little shy, didn't I? JD wasn't paying attention very good, was he? Do that again. How's that? Got a little bit of an oval going on. I'm going to give it a bang. Change the disc. I'm going to put a couple slits in it. I'm going to put a little bend in it, and then we're going to try to get the same action going on this one. All we're trying to do is repeat this one. Repeat, repeat. That's what we're doing. Yeah, sometimes it's a hard decision, sometimes, what to do. It is, I don't know what to do, what the perfect thing to do is. I'm just doing what I like. And what I like, I guess, is I like a little bit of fin on it, and I like it as easy as possible to go back together and to make it look like it could have been. Alrighty, I've got this piece here. This is the length I want. I'm going to try to get a little bend in it. That's hard to bend, Without the pipe bender, I can't get in the pipe bender that short. Can't do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a couple splits in it. Heavy stuff right there. Take it down a little further. Going to bang it around a bit with a hammer, and all I'm trying to do is reflect that. Just putting on the wood pipe here. Getting a little bend in that. And you know it's bending because all my lines are closing up. Just want to get a little bend on it, right? Just makes sure it looks good. Again. There you go. Gotta keep her in shape somewhat, but got a nice little bend on her. I'd probably say that's our core. That's our bend, I would say. What has happened here? Set this up on there. I'll cut that off after. A little piece of going up here. There's the guys with the hot feet. I don't like doing that, but well, yeah, I'd rather not get stung for now. Rather not. So we're going to get the bend, put the bend with it. We're going to weld that on there, and then we'll go for it. Mighty nice, don't it? Seems to. Looks good. Might be able to get a little more bend in there. Give it a little bit of help. Give it a little bit of help. And all I'm trying to do is make two the same. That's all I'm trying to do. Make two the same. Nothing less, nothing more. Two the same. Uh-huh. I'm just going to put that in there. Trying to make two the same. That looks good there. I'm just hoping that pretty good to me. Yeah, that point should be there. It should probably be on the other side. Ooh, that looks good. That looks good. I think what I'll do, I'm going to throw a little weld on that. Where's that? I'm going to throw a little weld on that. Just trying to match it up the best you can for the shape of the pipe, because I cut it in half. Good. I'll bring that over, tack that one on, then we'll get the next one to put on, and then we'll have two. Unplug this. Sometimes you can't see it until it's finished. If you can't see it, I understand, because me and Jolene have been discussing it over. And when you're thinking of things to fix a car or to customize a car, you really have to go through the whole process. You have to go through the whole process. And what I mean by the whole process is, how do I, for this example, when I come down this way and I go in this way, we have to figure out how it would transition off and how it would look. I know how to do it. I'm just wondering how much more work is that than doing the exhaust pipe here. That's what I'm trying to wonder. And as I'm doing this, I guess I'm the boss. Aren't I, baby? I'm the boss. So I get to say, it's hard to believe. That's why I love this game so much. I get to say what happens. And I'm saying right now that I'm going to weld this and this is going to happen. Hey. Come on, girl. Yeah, now, come on. Let's stay together here. There you go. Not bad. See what I can use here to pry that together if I can. Just make it stay together the best I can. You want to do a mic check? She wants to do a mic check, boys. She wants to play with my bum. Not really. She wanted a mic check. Simple as that. Didn't you, baby? Oh, that don't work. I got her screwed all the way out, man. Take the bigger one here. Looking good, though. Looking good, you are, Jolene. All I have to do is make another one. Actually, I'm happy. Now I got this piece, found that outdoors, went out there and got lucky. Found an angle. I use these all the time just for angles. Let's face it. No, can't do that. Gotta lay it on top. Don't want to do that. I can always. I know one thing for sure. I didn't cut that near long enough. That's the last place I welded the seam. There's where I welded on. I just welded on so good I couldn't tell. So I made too short of a piece. He crazy in the head, that guy. All right, here we go again. I gotta weld a piece on that. I cut it too shy. I've got the right bend, but you can see I made a seam here, seam there, seam there. That's where I welded on right here. So I fooled myself. Yes, I did. I did too good of a job. I shaved her off and couldn't tell. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a piece to it. Got to. What's going on here? Yeah, I'm gonna add a piece on that. I thought it was cutting that shy, but it is what it is. There you go, right there in the handbag. I'm gonna have to weld this on. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Doesn't fit together very good, but gives me gap, does it? Gives me gap. It's all right by me. Let's weld her on. Get her over with. Get her over with. All right, I'm gonna cut it off. Just because you watch me weld it up some other day. You watch me weld it up some other day. Oh, there we go. Well, that end friend we are. It's good. What I'm saying, it's good. I gotta make another cut here. And well, it looks things. Aha. Another crack, another place to bring her tight. All right. Oh, damn it. Didn't want that to happen, did I? Not at all. All right, need a little hammer, put that back together. Caught up. Don't want that to happen. Here we go. Back in action. Back in action. Look at that. I got that one filled a little bit more, I think. Nope. So here's got to come out. Had a little cutout there that lays on the back of the trunk. Just trying to match it up so I can get it close as possible. That's the end of it. Try to get it as close as possible. Didn't make a jig. Just going for it. Going for it, man. Going for it. That's what everybody should do. Just go for it. What happens when you don't get a very good cut? Get a coat hanger, right? Get a coat hanger, fill her up. What happens? That's what I do. Yeah. Thinking I want that same angle. That don't look bad, you know. That don't look bad. Jeez, that don't look bad. I think. Could have heard a pin drop. Jolene hit a piece of pipe. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to weed whack her because it looks so good. I think I'm going to give it some more on this side. Just hold it on. We'll use some of our rods from our friendly neighbors, from our friendly YouTube people. But this is what I do here. This is what I like to do. I got a terrible looking gap in me. Terrible looking gap. No problem. Piece of piss. Well, put the ground on. Ha, it might be. We'll put that on there. Put that on there. Super take. Beautiful. Get all the way over here, Johnny. I'll get it a little bit right here for a minute. Yeah, we'll do that a little bit later. If it's all right. What I want to do now, it's on there. I want to get a little more shape right here. I think I do. Laying that on there, it don't look bad. Just trying to do the mirror image it. Just trying to mirror image it. That's all I'm trying to do. Trying to repeat my. I think this is. Gotta have a little hit. Gotta have a little hit. Hope it don't fall off. Put it on one side and the other. Did it come tight? Come pretty. It's trying on, say the word. Yeah, so this is the way we're going. There's, yeah. Yesterday was to watch that was, you know, mass confusion in my brain because I had so many different ideas. So many different ideas. So basically, I'm bringing it down here now. That's good. And there's where the cutout is for that. Look at that now, would you? I'm going to have to come over here and take a look. I like all this. I like all that. I like all that. It might have to come down just a little bit. I don't like. I got a little bit of. Put them both on, I guess. And I've grounded this one. Tried to make it look good, you know. Trying to make it look like something, so I'm happy with it. And that goes up to each corner. As we do this, you know, there's a lot of, well, that's a narrow box. Well, I can only get so wide. I can only go as wide as the tail lights are, unless I cut the tail lights out. Don't feel like doing that. Better watch myself. He's quick on his feet. He got no shell, as you can tell. All right, so we're 37 1/4. $38. That's pretty decent. You know that? Just bring that a little bit on that side. And go to the other side. Wow, that's fitting good. Wow, that's fitting good. Ooh, I love it. That's fitting real good. I love it. All right, people, I'm going to explain it to you. That corner, I'm going to say, is perfectly, I think perfectly in measurement with this corner, and that, like, that's where it hits. This corner hits on that corner. We're the same measurement here as we are in between there. I like this one. Needs to be massaged a little bit. This one here, I'm going to massage a little bit more. I think I'm going to cut that pipe just a little bit further and bang it up a little bit. And the only reason being is because I can. No, you know something that looks pretty good. I might just leave it. It looks really good. So there you go. That's what's going on for the bed. I'm going to weld that up, get it ground like this, get them both the same the best I can. I mean, let's face it, I'm going to get them both the same the best I can. It's hard to believe, but that has got a bend with it. When you look down, it's got a nice little grade with it. When we're coming back here, this is when we're going for the almost the Ute thing going on, but we're not going to do that until we get to the very back, and that'll be right about here somewhere. That's right about here somewhere, where it's going to come into a little tiny fin shown on the back, and that's it. So that's where we're going. I'm pretty sure I'm going to weld that down to the back like that. The taillights can still fit in. The box is the same width in the front as it in the back. I wouldn't want the box wider in the front than the back. Don't think. But yeah, I'm kind of liking it, you know. Kind of liking it. I will get this welded up, get this looking really nice, and then you come back and we'll sheathe the back in. We'll sheathe this part in. So it starts to look like something. That's what we'll do. We'll sheathe that in so it starts to look like something. And I have to know this line, how far this, you know, I'm going to have to bring this over. I can't bring it over flat. I don't think I want to bring it over flat. I can't bring the door over flat. It's kind of out quite a ways. You know, I want to bring it up a little bit to continue on. I can't flatten it off and go in like that. So I'm going to have to really work at it. I might have to go to the top of the exhaust pipe and bring everything to the top and bring on my line all the way up here just to get this to go up nice. That's what has to happen. There's many ideas and many ways to do it, but you have to figure out the solutions and what has to happen to make it happen. As we're doing this, I can see that we're going to be up. This is tied to the cab of that, and then we can tie it over here. we're going to do some bracing. We'll have to tie this into the wheel well maybe. We've cut the wheel brace out of it, one of them. We'll take it and tie something to that wheel brace, into that wheel well. I'm really having fun with it, and I'm telling you why I'm going to have fun with it, because my brain is going so fast trying to figure out all the different ways it can be done, and this is the way I'm going to do it. This is the way I'm going to do it. And then when the metal comes to it, we'll see if I've done the right thing or not. I can roll the metal in there. I know I can. Just I don't think it's the right thing to do on this application. I think I'll be in for a big shitstorm, and I'm not in for that. That's bad Chad, and I'm going to go with what I feel like going with. I've listened to it all. I've thought it all through. This is my quickest, my fastest, pleasing to the eye way that I know. All right, shut that TV off. See you later. Keep the camera moving kind of fast. Oh, she ain't letting me go. So anyways, that's what we're doing. We're going to weld her up. I'm going to weld it up probably here in a little bit. I'll weld it up, grind it up, make it look nice, and we'll go from there. And we'll sheathe it tomorrow. You come back and see us, and we'll be doing it.